If you thought Diablo Immortal and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were bad, well, these 10 games will make them look like Elden Ring in comparison. Now enough time wasting, let's dive headfirst into this cesspool of video games. These are, without a doubt, the 10 worst games of 2022. Starting this list off at number 10, we have Island of the Ancients. Island of the Ancients suffers from misguided ambition. A lot of content has been crammed into a tiny framework and it's fit to burst. So many bugs on display, it'll put a flooded anthill to shame. Full credit to the developer for trying to make a fully fleshed out game, but this desperately needed some fat to be trimmed. In at number 9 we have Vacant Planet. Vacant Planet. Don't you just love it when the title describes the game perfectly? Okay, there are a few zombies. Zombies that love to dance, have incredible manners, and won't enter your home uninvited. Who knew wielding guns in a zombie apocalypse could be so boring? But this game proves that it can happen. Sliding into number 8 is Dark Siren. Okay, so imagine if Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 was a highly intelligent creature of mythology hell-bent on tracking you down to murder you. Sounds interesting, right? Well, that's not what this game is. It's somehow a far worse version of Slender Man with barely existent AI, but it does have hilariously exaggerated assets. Oh, and because notes are randomly generated, you can have multiple notes spawning on the exact same place one after another. Leaping into number 7 we have Running Fable. This game, it's just a chaotic mess. Before racing you place down traps. The problem is, you can set them up however you like without any proximity limitations. Oh, and don't worry, that's not the only issue. The controls are hideously programmed, and the camera is more than happy to ruin your day. At number 6 we have Fleshgate. One of the funniest games I played this year. TTS voice acting and Dreamcast level controls and graphic design. Almost every aspect of this game is held together like papier-mâché. Sadly, it gets wetter every second you look at it and falls apart within minutes. It's almost hilarious how broken it is. Then you remember you have to pay money for the privilege to play it. At number 5 we have Spy Swatter. Spy Swatter is one of the finest examples of Unity tutorial asset flips. Don't read too much into me saying one of there, or you may spoil your appetite for later. Spy Swatter has you paying money for allowing you to play the introduction to game development, although it does have the best feature. You can skip the entire game at the press of a button. You bet I did that exact thing. At number 4 we have Hentai Fantasy World. How do I even describe this game? You're a witch fighting random enemies, but without spells you have a vibrator, or a slap which can also cause you to get stuck in place, or you'll roll around and freeze yourself while levitating. Well, what do you know? I do have magic after all. Taking the bronze medal we have Dungeon Master. Quite literally a meme game and nothing else. So hey, it could be on a lot of pre-teen Redditors' best games of the year list. While not the worst mechanical game on this list, not by a long shot, it has the added bonus of copyright striking your channel thanks to the sound bites littered in this horrendous game. Taking the runner-up spot we have Bugs Never Die. And here we have the worst asset flip offender. It's astonishing to me how the developer, quote unquote, messed it up so badly. Everything is handed to them for free, yet it runs at less than a snail's pace. It looks like they tried to make a 3D game on the original Nintendo, and will break if you just look at the game slightly funny. It's outrageous that they asked for money for this disgusting excuse of time wasting. And taking that elusive gold medal, we have Horror in Valhalla. Horror in Valhalla is thoroughly deserving of the #1 spot. What you are watching is the game running at its best. I'm not even joking. This isn't in alpha stage, it's not pre-alpha, it's barely even a concept. The sound is ear-splittingly loud for no good reason. It's pointlessly dark, and everything looks hideous. I don't understand what the point of this is. If I didn't know any better, I would say it was in a money laundering scheme. And there we have it. The worst games of 2022. Did I miss any? Absolutely. I could have easily made a top 50 list, but I didn't want to have to go back and look at the games, let alone play them again, to add them to this list. What a shocker. I can't wait to do this all over again, because I can guarantee there's going to be even worse games in 2023.